This is my mid-February winter greenhouse update, and the new thing that I didn't think I was going to do was add a heater. That being said, I got this little adapter here which only turns the heater on at 35 degrees and turns it off at 45. So yesterday was 70 degrees outside, which makes it pretty hot in here, and today it's going to be in the mid-30s. So I have little tender things coming up, and so I can sleep at night, I decided to add this. It does not look like it even went on last night, even though it's supposed to be about 34 last night. So it was warm enough in here. So lots of little seedlings coming up. Lettuces, kales, mustards in the beds. There are my survivors, the seedlings that made it through the winter and eating off that chard plant. So lots of little seedlings. You can see little green dots in the beds. The carrots are starting to green up again. I always get antsy this time of year and become a sucker for those bare root plants in bags. So I got a grape and four raspberry plants. And so those are just kind of temporarily in that pot. And some things that survived the winter, some kales, and lots of little seedlings coming up in here. There's endive, more kale. So here's some more of those things I got suckered into starting. They look pathetic right now. Hopefully they'll make it. The comfrey seedlings are germinating. Thyme did really well in here over winter. There's some chamomile coming up in here, and some other herbs. Again, these things are kind of tender, so I don't really want it to get super cold in here. Just starting to some perennials coming up. That's Rebecca. I'm also messing with the biointensive gardening method, which pretty much means you have to start everything outside of the garden. And so one of the things I'm also experimenting this year with is wheat, and this is spring red hard wheat. Two different successions of planting. Obviously this one's further along than this one, although this one originally I had planted winter wheat in and it never germinated. So anyway, in a little while, I don't know, maybe we'll see how fast these grow. A week or two, maybe I'll plant those out in the garden. Another thing that came in the bags are these strawberry plants. It's an everbearing. So I potted those up yesterday, just get them started. They're not quite ready to go in the garden. Other thing, I saw an English guy who was doing this biointensive method start all his onions this way. So I got these sets, 100 bulbs, yesterday, and I just have them in these really tiny cells. I don't know if you can see that, but really tiny cells. So it's really just to get the roots going until it's a little bit warmer and until I can transplant them. Another strawberry. The herbs are looking pretty pathetic. They're ready to get out of here. I have some natives that are sprouting. I'm really excited about these. That's showy. This whole flat is milkweed. That's showy, and that's common milkweed. So those are starting to germinate. That's mostly it. Everything else just looks kind of blah. But that's what's growing on in the winter greenhouse.